comfortable on the floor. It felt like I ain't been asleep in 10 years. Like, I felt amazing. Like, that's the best feeling I ever felt. Then I'm like, damn, this feel good. I can do this forever. I said that to myself. I said, yo, I'm fucking dying.
A man who goes by the name Kumante, from Suffolk, Virginia, took to social media to share his heartbreaking yet courageous story about the day he was set up by a woman after attending a friend's funeral. The incident took place on January 29, 2021. He details his near-death experience, the loss of a friend that night, and how the event changed his life forever. This is not just a story. This is a testimony.
Alright, story time about how I got set up, shot, my homeboy died, and it was the night of my homeboy funeral. So, boom, we leave the funeral. Now, we go back to my crib, and it was this young lady who I've dealt with multiple times, and she just kept blowing my phone up. So I'm like, it's weird, cause I ain't talked to her in a long time, but I'm like, I know what she want. You feel what I'm saying? So she come over there, right? Now, this is where it got weird. She don't drive, so I always either pick her up or I Uber her. So this one particular night, she drove. So she say, so boom, everything normal. She come in the house, my homeboy on the couch. So then she proceeds to say, I'm hungry. So, if she hungry, of course I'ma feed her. So boom, we go to McDonald's. Well, before we even get to McDonald's, we get in the car. So I felt strange. So I'm like, what car did you drive? Like, where did you park at? Because they tow around here. They don't tow. But still. So she pointed at the neighbor's car. So me, I'm never home for real. So, like, I don't know who cars who, this, that, and the third. So my thing is, I'm like, hey, I done seen this car a bunch of times. But I wasn't too sure because I ain't never home. So, all right, cool. She's in the car. I say, hold on. Let me go upstairs. I got to grab some money. I didn't go grab money. I went and switched my gun to a bigger gun. Boom. Red flag. When I knew I had to switch the gun, I should have been like, all right, shorty, you got to go. So, boom.
Yo, if you thought, if you even got the mind frame of that you had to go switch guns or whatever the case may be, if you taking a girl out to go get some grub, then you shouldn't even been around that female. You get what I'm saying? And if she was an old acquaintance or whatever the case may be, who the fuck is she? Was she a ratchet chick? What the fuck was you doing anyway? Was you a trapper? Like, what type of like field was you in anyway? Like, you took her to McDonald's. You get what I'm saying? You ain't saying you were taking her to like a real deal like restaurant, eatery, or whatever. You say you take her to Mickey D's, and then you got a shaky vibe with her. What the fuck make her pop up and just call you out the blue anyway? And if you sense some type of shaky vibes with this female, and you on some shit like, yo, let me go switch guns and shit, whatever the case may be. Just like people say all the time, if you feel like you should have a gun at a certain gathering or place, then that's the place that you shouldn't be at. So if you felt like that you had to go switch guns to get a bigger gun just for to go take a girl to go to McDonald's, then don't you think that she shouldn't have been the female that you should have been with that night? You should have been with another hoe.
I go upstairs, switch my gun, come back to the car. So, boom. I switch the gun, we get in the car. She just texting. So I'm like, she texting a lot, but it's like, I noticed that like every time we go to like a stop sign, a light, she sent a text. So it's like, all right, so the whole time what she doing is she letting us know you know what I mean? Letting us know where we at, type shit. So boom. We get back to the crib. So where I was staying at, you gotta go upstairs, then you gotta go to the door. One of those complexes. So we get out the car. I'm looking around because I'm like, all right, something ain't right. Cool. So my mind like, man, this. But maybe I'm just paranoid. You feel what I'm saying? So I get upstairs, walking up the steps. I heard, yeah, you know what it is. Right? So boom. I'm thinking like it's my homeboy that's in the house. I'm thinking he joking. So cool. I heard, oh, you think I'm playing? So I said, oh. I turn around. Boom. It's 4 niggas. Gun up. Right? So I'm like, all right, cool. This real. So I say, damn, y'all got me. I look. Buddies ain't had no mask on, like a dumbass. So I'm like, all right, cool. I got a Drake. That's a big gun. So it's 4 of them. So I'm like, all right. I can knock 2 of these niggas, but the other 2 gonna f me the f up. So boom. They like, hey, where the money at? So my homeboy in the house, I'm like, damn, I know this in the house. So cool. This is the bad part. My homeboy was a heavy set nigga, so he had this, like, whatever you call it, narcolepsy, where you could just go to sleep at any time. He in the house, sleep on the couch. So boom, I'm like, I ain't got nothing. I'm trying to yell, thinking like, all right, buddy gonna hear me, and I mean, come help me type shit. So boom. The moment I turn around and I'm like, damn, y'all got me. She says, oh, raises her hand. Them niggas split like the Red Sea, and she walked right on down, and I ain't see her no more. So boom. They like, oh, don't tell me I didn't come here for nothing. I ain't coming for nothing. So I'm like, bro, ain't nothing here, bro. Ain't nothing here. And I'm just being louder and louder and louder, thinking my homeboy gonna hear me. So boom. Next thing I know, I heard, bah, bah, bah. I'm standing up. I'm like, what the f? I drop. All right, so I heard boom, 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 boom. I look around. I'm on the ground. So I couldn't feel none of my body. So all I heard is the door get kicked in and a bunch of shooting. So me knowing my homeboy really get active, like, so I'm not worried about it. I'm like, yeah, he probably done heard all this while I was outside. You know what I mean? Because it happened right in front of my door. So boom, I heard a bunch of shooting. It get quiet. I think I like kind of went to sleep because I ain't heard nobody leave out the house or none of that. So I take a little minute. I open my eyes. I get up. So boom. I guess all the shooting, they shot the lights out and shit like that. But I could like see my homeboy on the couch. So I go sit right beside him, but it's pitch black. So I'm like, yo, we good? This and the third, da-da-da-da-da. Cool. So I'm like, you know what? I know I'm shot, but I don't really, like, get that I'm shot. Like, boy, you need help. So boom, I get up. I go walk in my room because I'm like, shit, you know, as you know, African-American people, when you get hurt, your mama tell you, hey, go lay down. So that's what my mind like, oh, let me just go lay down real quick. So I'm walking into the room. I throw up. So it's like when on my throw up, it's just a bunch of blood and like the inside or whatever I ate, this and the third. So soon I throw up, I drop, right? So boom, my eyes closed, I'm sleeping. So I start talking to myself. I'm like, damn, oh, I'm shot. Like, I'm good though, I'm just tired. Let me just lay down. So I start saying to myself, like, damn, this feels so good. Like, not telling anybody to get shot or anything, but I was so comfortable on the floor, it felt like I ain't been asleep in 10 years. And motherfucking somebody gave me a blanket, some water. Like, I felt amazing. Like, that's the best feeling I ever felt. So if y'all was wondering why when people be like getting shot and dying, they just like can't keep their eyes open, it feels so good that you don't want to open your eyes. So I'm laying down, then I'm like, damn, this shit feel good. I can do this forever. When I said that to myself, I said, yo, I'm fucking dying. So cool. I see myself like on some weird shit. Like, I could see myself on the ground. It was like I was on the ground, I was in this pitch black room, and there was a light coming over me. So boom, Next thing I know, I hear I'm on the ground in the room. I can see myself. It's pitch black. It's me on the ground, and it's a light over me. So I'm like, damn. Like, so I'm on my mind, like, yo, am I a good person? Like, you feel me? Like, it's just like so many questions going in your head. Like, am I a good person? Like, is my people's gonna be smooth? Like, they gonna be straight without me? Like, am I a person to miss this, that, and the third? You know, just like last minute life shit. So I could see myself, and then I heard something say, "Get up." So me, yeah, most people, when you tired, like you heard "get up," you like, all right, give me a second, give me a second. Boom. So I'm like, all right. Then I heard again, "Get up." So I'm like, man, all right, 5 more minutes. And then I just hear like, I'm talking about, it's like the loudest voice I ever heard in my life. "Get up." Boom. Instantly I got up. I can't feel my body. So I'm like, all right. I'm walking. So I'm like, damn, I think my homeboy hurt. So goddamn, I'm gonna just let him chill. I'm like, I'm gonna go get us some help.
Now you know he insinuating that that's God telling him to get up. You get what I'm saying there? I've been stopped believing in all of that, like Muslim Christianity, all of that, like religion type stuff. Like I don't even like feed into none of that stuff anymore. You get what I'm saying? But that's what he's trying to say. He's trying to say like, yo, he's dying and stuff like that. And like when people get shot, you get what I'm saying? Like dying and stuff like that. That feeling that you feel of relief. That's how some people transition over, is because the feeling be so good and like you be at peace. You kind of just let go and let, you get what I'm saying? So that's what he was explaining.
So I go outside and I'm like, all right, I can't feel my body. Like, I can't feel my body. Like, what the I can't feel nothing. So I'm like, all right, let me knock on the neighbor door. So boom, I go to the neighbor door. And I swear in my mind, I was like this. But so I knock the door. Boop, 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 boop. I don't hear nothing. Boop, 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 boop. I don't hear nothing. It's an elderly person, so they always home. Cause I had a dog and they would always come play with the dog and shit, like weird shit. It's cool though. So I'm like, damn, ain't nobody coming to the door. I gotta lay down. So boom, I'm laying on the ground and I'm like, yo, I gotta keep knocking though, cause my homeboy hurt. I gotta keep knocking. Doop, 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 doop. Then the more I knock, the weaker that fucking knock was getting. So it's like, boom, waiting. Boom, waiting. Boom. So I'm like, damn. I guess it's just how it go. Like, you feel me? Like, when you get money, like, you know what come with it. So it's like, damn. I'm like, damn. Nah, I mean, this how it goes. So the only thing I'm thinking about, all right, like, it's cool, but it's like, damn, like, I'm really dying, and this ain't the way I'm trying to go. So I fix myself up, and I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna just lay down. It ain't nothing I can do. Like, I completely gave up at that moment. Like, that's it. So I go lay down. I close my eyes. So boom, they just there. And then I could hear my heart, like, it was like this. Then that bitch just start going like this. Like, I can feel it slowing down. So now I'm like this. Cause I can't breathe. Like, my body's shutting down. So boom, I'm laying on the ground. I can't breathe. My heart's starting to slow down. Cool. So the day before this happened, my grandma come to my house. She like, you know, doing what grandmas do, cleaning up, annoying and shit up, but like, just come and chill, like, just sit on the couch. She gotta clean up. So she stumbles about in my closet. So, you know, most people, if you know, you know. So it's like, she like, hey, this is a lot of money. You need to get a safe. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm riding around later on that day, and she like, did you get the safe yet? So I'm like, you know what? Let me go get it. So magically, I go get a safe. I put a little bit of money in there, probably about 60 grand, 50, 60 grand, some shit. And I go take it to my homegirl house. Cool. Back on topic. So I close my eyes, I get myself together, I'm laying down. And I'm like, yo, you know what? Like, this the end. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm just talking to myself, like, damn, I can't go no more. But my homeboy in the house, I just hope somebody come get him. Somebody got to come get my homeboy. I got to make sure he good. I got to. So I close my eyes, and I hear, wee, 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 wee.
Yo, that's real though. This nigga is dying, and the whole time, all he worrying about is somebody go check on his homie. You get what I'm saying? That's left in the house. You get what I'm saying? That's some real shit, though. You get what I'm saying? He don't even know that his homeboy already got there that left this earth. You get what I'm saying? But that's real G shit right there. You get what I'm saying? Like, he goddamn dying, ready to leave here. And he worrying about somebody going to check on his goddamn homeboy that's already in transition.
The ambulance come. They come. I'm laying on the ground. They like, what's your name? What's your name? So I'm like, Cumante. They asked him my date of birth, this and the third. Do I know what the day is? All that. I said, yeah. They're like, okay. So I'm like, hey, wait, my homeboy in the house. Get my homeboy. Get my homeboy. Get my homeboy. They like, yeah, no, we got him. He's good. So they bring the little stretcher thing to put you on, and I wouldn't get up there because I'm like, no, go get my homeboy. Like, my homeboy in the house. As long as I can still talk to you, I'm smooth. Go get my homeboy. So I just won't going. Like, go get my homeboy out the house. Like, that man shot up probably. Like, go get him. So, boom. They like, okay. And then they go to the ambulance, get the second stretcher thing out. So I'm like, hey, let him ride with me. So the moment I say that, they put the little thing over my face. So I'm like, I remember going like this, and then I went to sleep. So next thing I know is, so boom, they put the thing over my face. I go to sleep. I did 2 surgeries, 3 surgeries, something. So I woke up, I had a tube down my throat. I woke up instantly, like, I'm freaking out, like, what the fuck, like, where I'm at. So they pulled the tube out. They split my stomach open and a whole lot of other stuff. So I'm in there, this like my 4th day. I'm like, hey, where my homeboy at? Where my homeboy at? So they kept saying, yeah, he downstairs. So all right, a couple more days go past. I'm like, hey, where my homeboy at? Where my homeboy? They're like, oh, he downstairs. He tried to come up here, but you was asleep. And that's what all the nurses and doctors and everybody telling me. So I get my phone and I call my little homeboy and I'm like, hey, what you doing? So he picked up. He was in a suit. So, you know, I'm joking like, hey, when you start going to church, this, that, and the third. So he was like, huh? What you mean? So I'm like, nigga, ain't you at church? He's like, yeah, but why you say that? I'm like, what you mean? So he like, oh, nobody told you. I'm like, nobody told me what? He flipped the camera. It's my homeboy laying in the casket that they.
Yo, now that's fucked up, yo. The homie that was with him in the crib where the dudes came in there and damn shot him up and goddamn killed his homie and shit, right? Remember, he thought his homie was still alive in the crib, just shot up, not knowing that his homie was dead the whole goddamn time. So remember, he got shot, he got hit up in the stomach. So in the first video that he made, you can see his stomach was fucked up because he got shot in the stomach and shit. So the whole time he in the hospital, right? The doctors and everybody is lying to him, telling him that his homeboy is and another part of the hospital is still alive straight. You get what I'm saying? But the whole time his homeboy had died from his injuries. His homeboy got shot 6 times. You get what I'm saying? His homeboy had what you call it. I don't know what type of disorder that shit is, but when the dudes came in the crib to rob him, his homeboy got one of those disorders like you be woke and then you fall asleep quick and then you wake back up or something. So his homeboy evidently was woke or something and then just fell asleep quick or something. So during the time of the robbery or something, his homeboy was asleep and got caught lacking. So they hit him up and shit. So his homeboy died and shit. So the whole time he in the hospital, the doctors and shit lying to him. So he thinking his homie still alive and shit. So he picks up the phone one day and just call another homie, and he up and FaceTime the homie and see the homie in a goddamn suit. So you see your homie in a suit, you ain't never see him in a suit. So you laughing and joking with him like, nigga, what you doing in the goddamn suit? You clean, nigga. And then he was like, nigga, what? You ain't heard. And then, no, I ain't heard. Heard what? What the fuck I supposed to be hearing? And then he up and flipped the camera around. And then you see the other homie in the goddamn casket. And that's how you found out, like, yo, you have been lied to for all these days and weeks and shit. You get what I'm saying? That your homie that you was in the spot with had died that same night. You get what I'm saying? So that's what he's talking about now. So excuse me, y'all.
Told me was downstairs the whole time. So downstairs, he tried to come up here, but you was asleep. And that's all the nurses and doctors and everybody telling me. Stretch the thing out. So I'm like, hey, let him ride with me. So the moment I say that, they put the little thing over my face. So I'm like, I remember going like this, and then I went to sleep. So next thing I know is, so boom, they put the thing over my face. I go to sleep. I did 2 surgeries, 3 surgeries, something. So I woke up, I had a tube down my throat. I woke up instantly, like I'm freaking out, like what the fuck, like where I'm at. So they pulled the tube out. They split my stomach open, a whole lot of other stuff. So I'm in there, it's like my 4th day. I'm like, hey, where my homeboy at? Where my homeboy at? So they kept saying, yeah, he downstairs. So all right, a couple more days go past. I'm like, hey, where my homeboy at? Where my homeboy? They're like, oh, he downstairs. He tried to come up here, but you was asleep. And that's all the nurses and doctors and everybody telling me. So I get my phone and I call my little homeboy and I'm like, hey, what you doing? So he picked up. He was in a suit. So, you know, I'm joking like, hey, when you start going to church, this, that, and the third. So he was like, huh? What you mean? So I'm like, nigga, ain't you at church? He's like, yeah, but why you say that? I'm like, what you mean? So he like, oh, nobody told you. I'm like, nobody told me what? He flipped the camera. It's my homeboy laying in the casket that they told me was downstairs the whole time. So basically, like, that's how I found out he had died. So if you go back to the second part, when I was telling y'all that I was talking to him on the couch, once I got myself together, I realized he was never talking back. He was already gone instantly. And that's what once I found out he was gone, they had asked me, I had asked the nurses and all that, like, yo, what happened? And they was like, nah, he got shot 6 times in the chest and he died on impact. So more of the story, man, y'all gotta move smart. If you feel like the girl about to set you up or somebody about to set you up, knock them off right then and there. All right, so the smartest thing to do, because everybody keeps saying, oh, why didn't you call 911? If you are robbing somebody, it's for y'all. The first thing you're going to say is, give me the gun. Now, I know y'all probably say, why would you give them the gun? If it's 4 guns versus one of you, you can get 3 people. One of them is going to light you up. Secondly, they're going to take the phone. along with whatever else is on you. So that's why 911 wasn't called. But the neighbor downstairs called 911.
4 years later, Kumonte has healed and gained valuable life lessons. He is now focused on his music and family, finding himself in a much better place, both mentally and physically after the incident. If there's one takeaway from this video, it's the importance of being cautious, having discernment, and being mindful of who you trust. Just because someone greets you with a smile doesn't mean they're truly your friend. Please like, comment, and share, and thanks for watching.
Yo, that was real right there. I ain't gonna even lie. I want to get to like to be one of those like real interviewers, like right. I want to reach back out to homie and shit, right? I want to find out what the fuck happened to that scandalous ass hoe, and what the fuck happened to those niggas and shit. Cause it was 4 niggas, you get what I'm saying? And like you know that like yo, she was the one that set the shit up. So y'all know that like yo, it ain't gonna be no slap on the wrist for her. You get what I'm saying? So she gonna get goddamn life just as well as the other niggas like that pull the trigger. You get what I'm saying? If not 25 to life. You get what I'm saying? So if I was like one of those real like big YouTubers and shit, I would reach back out to homie and be like, yo, like just break the shit more down. You get what I'm saying? And like whatever happened to the chick and like the dudes and all of that shit and what was their sentences and and all of that shit. You get what I'm saying? But like that was a real deal story and shit. Like and another motherfucker that reacted to it, he was like, yo, that's why you should get you like a real like wholesome chick. You get what I'm saying? He was like, dealing with chicks like that, you shit like that could have been avoided. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that was a fucked up ass shit. Like, and he was like, if you said some shit like that, pop the chick. He was like, he should have popped the chick up front. I was like, damn. But the dude was like, he went and got a bigger gun from the start. So y'all remember when he said that when he felt something shaky when before they even went to McDonald's, he was like, something hit him and shit. It dawned on him. He was like, he already was carrying one firearm. He was like, let me go switch this and go get a bigger firearm. So I think that's when he went back in the house and got a Draco, and then they proceeded to McDonald's or something. So he was like, in the process of them driving, he said she stayed in her phone, and it was like every time they got to like a stoplight or a certain area, she got on her phone or something. But when she won't on her phone, everything was cool until they got to a certain area, and she'll get on her phone. Maybe that was the she was dropping the low or telling them like, yo, we leaving McDonald's or we almost there or whatever the case may be, because they got him outside of the crib. So evidently she was dropping the low to the niggas and shit like, yo, we leaving the crib and shit. We passing such and such street. We passing goddamn Auto Zone. We passing Dollar General store or wherever the case may be. Then they got the grub or whatever the case may be. And then she dropping the low, like, yo, we passing such and such restaurant. We on our way back to the crib or whatever the case may be. So when they got dude, they got him outside of the crib. So dude talking loud, he say, to try to get his homie attention in the crib, not to make shit look so obvious to the dudes that's trying to rob him and shit. But he's talking loud to the point where like, yo, to get his homie attention in the crib, but his homie got that disorder to the point where like you woke 1 minute and then you goddamn just fall asleep. You get what I'm saying? So his homie probably was up and then just fell asleep or something. So after they shot him, they proceeded in the goddamn crib and wetted his homeboy up. You get what I'm saying? But if his homie was goddamn on point, he would goddamn could have had his firearm and then would have goddamn would have been alive or whatever the case may be. But that shit was goddamn fucked up with old girl. And like, I hope like hell it can be another part to this story where dude can be on some shit like, well, yeah, they got old girl and old girl was sentenced to such and such time, and the dude's got the death penalty or life or whatever the case may be. Cause that shit was fucked up. You get what I'm saying? But through all of this shit, dude was hit up. He's supposed to have been left away from here too, but the whole time he was worrying about his homeboy the whole time and shit. And the whole time the doctors and everybody was lying to him, telling him, like, yo, your homie is straight. He was coming to check on you and shit, but the whole time you was asleep. Man, the whole time this man in the goddamn afterlife and his goddamn funeral, the same day you asking about him. You get what I'm saying? So that shit crazy. I wonder can you sue them motherfuckers for that shit too? But at the end of the day, man, it's been real, man. I'm trying this restream out for another day, man.